Welcome, acolytes. Today I'm reacting to Ref Says Desu. He tried to cancel VTuber but got exposed instead. And it's again about the same effing guy. There is actually something wrong with this person. I don't believe it. And I didn't see this video. It's a reaction. But I seen the thumbnail and it's just baffling to me. I mean, I know you can double down on certain things. I am also pretty stur, as you say in Germany. I don't comply that easily, but if reason actually says, yes, you did something wrong, and you then look into it and say, maybe, just maybe I was wrong this one time, just fucking admit it and go on with your life. But I'm gonna be honest, I actually prefer it this way because it's funnier. So, let's just see what Ref has to say about the guy. And by the way, if you like my content, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, press the notification button. Thank you.
What's up, guys? Ref here. I can't believe it, but this cornball is getting a trilogy. 3 straight videos on this guy because I have not seen anyone make such a
Really? Incredible.
splash on the VTubing scene and then immediately get nuked into orbit in the span of 48 hours. So, of course, I'm talking about...
You know what? I agree with this. This is an actual reaction where people like this will learn, oh my god, my actions have actual consequences. This is the only way if you just nuke them instantly. Because this is, for a lot of people right now, or the younger generation especially, instant gratification is a thing. And what comes with instant gratification? What's the opposite of it? Instant punishment. So if you give them instant punishment for the things they do, they will learn. This is at least like a theory from me. And no, I am not like someone who is knowledgeable about the actual behavior to 100%, but I would say I'm pretty close to the freaking way how it will be. So, yeah.
The God, or better known as Shizzy. We've covered him in the last 2 videos. If you want a full breakdown of everything that's happened leading up to this...
Almost sounds like Shizzy. Shizzy. In German, that basically means he shat in his pants. So, someone who shat in his pants. More or less. Like, it's not exactly one-to-one, but it's more or less.
This video, you can check out my video from yesterday listed in the description, but to quickly summarize everything that happened in 30 seconds, he released this video critiquing various aspects of the VTubing scene he had an issue with. Unfortunately, the original version of this video contained a 1-minute section where he falsely accused a bunch of Japanese VTubers of being racist, and he also showed an IRL photo of a agency VTuber against her wishes. And then after people criticized those aspects of the video, he tripled and quadrupled down, and for some reason in a video response admitted that in the past he used to beat people up in real life and rob them. And then in response to people bringing up his former friendships with members of the Smash community who were outed as predators, he said only lolly-likers are bringing this up because they're jealous of these Smash players because they got the real thing.
Do you actually need anything more than this? Is this enough to actually say something negative about this person? Because I would say fucking yes.
Yes, a very strange thing to say indeed. However, just when you thought this was over, boom, Woofer comes in with the steel chair. So this is an artist who shared a long thread about their relationship with Shizzy, and it contains a lot of pretty shocking details. So let's read this first part here. So it says, I need to get this off my chest. I've seen the videos of Shizzy the God buzzing around this platform the past few days, and I just need to point out some hypocrisy and bring up some points. I'll speak on this categorically, so it's an easy too long didn't read. For anyone who needs additional outside context, I am Woofy Bree. I dated Shizzy the God at the beginning of COVID in 2020, and we broke up about a year later. I worked on his...
Hear me out. If you date someone who has the God in their name, drop the person. You won't be happy with them. You won't.
His first model around December of 2020 and started working on a 2.0 model in the spring of 2023 and sent files in November of 2023, but worked on additions throughout December. So here is the model that she was working on. Basically, a lot of people who are defending Shizzy and Shizzy himself are dismissing this entire thread as basically clout chasing. And they're framing this woofer person as an obsessed ex-girlfriend who hasn't been around since early 2020 and is now popping up out of nowhere. But you can see, based on the timeline, he has been totally comfortable working with her and getting art from her for years. And right now, as we'll see, he currently owes her money. So everything going on in this...
If you're lying, then at least make your lies believable, for fuck's sake. Like, honestly, dude, you're receiving her artwork and now you're saying, no, she's just an... It's like, even, let's just say, there is still the probability that, yes, this could be true. But let's just say, not from what I heard about this person right now. Like, who's more likely to lie? And maybe they are both, because the people associated, most likely you think like them, or to a certain degree, most of the time. Except if you find out, oh, this person actually isn't the thing, or I'm thinking differently, then you just instantly leave. You just leave. That's all. The thing is over, just leave.
This thread is not only timely, it is extremely relevant to everything going on. So this is the various toggles that she made for Shizzy. This is over 40. And if you're not familiar with how VTubing and making models and toggles like this works, that's a lot. That's a lot of work to make this many toggles. So she says this, talks about VTuber assets. He brings up VTuber assets and how there are none for melanated models. While this is true for most people of color creators, this is not true for Shizzy. I am his 1.0 and to be announced 2.0 model designer / artist, and she has made around 40 unique toggles from hands to faces to recolors and clothing for his model, especially since it is very unique and will not mix well with available assets that do come with melanated shades. Even after receiving the final files, Shizzy still owes money on his 2D model and is currently behind 3 months, $1,500 on his agreed upon monthly payments. I am blocked on all forms of communication.
Then that's even cheap. What the fuck? Yeah, because I want my video thing actually to be something a bit more special. With I don't know, I don't remember how the creator actually what's the name of the creator, but she has a model that actually, a 3D model that actually moves her face, moves her arms and something like that, and I actually want the same, and I have to get plugged in like on my fingers, and I wanted the freaking, if you actually seen it in the thumbnails, most likely the hand of my character is actually pretty effed up. It looks like a burnt hand with 3 fingers, except for the left hand that's actually a 5-finger burnt hand, and that's actually on purpose. Like, this is something that I purposefully made into a thing. It has this purpose. I'm not gonna say why. Let's cook a bit more. But yeah, and I actually wanna the expression of the face, there won't be any, just because of the simple fact that the idea of my character is actually purely of a mask. He wears a mask, because under the entire thing is a, well, basically a Lich that's regenerating his body right now, and I'm gonna get like some steps where the body just regenerates after a while when I interact with my fans on the stream, if I ever start, or after I start one after a while. So a lot of planning is behind it, but yeah. So, and 1.5k for this amount of work, that's fucking cheap. Like, I know mine will cost a lot more than that. Like, we're talking yeah, a lot more. This is a target I want to reach, like, in it will be freaking probably good. Like, I hope it everything goes as I imagine, but well, the future we'll see. We'll see what's.
So I can't even ask about it. I just have to trust that he'll pay the agreed upon total of $6,000 by December of 2024. So based on the timeline of events, it looks like they have a month-to-month payment schedule of $500 a month for the year of 2024 until the $6,000 is paid off at the end of the year, which, by the way, $6,000 worth of art is a ton of art.
Yep.
And here's the thing. A lot of people are dismissing this portion of the thread as well. People are defending Shizzy, saying, oh, well, he has until the end of the year to pay this. Why are you complaining? Yes, he has to pay $6,000 by the end of the year, but he also agreed to do this on a monthly schedule, giving her $500 a month. And based on the timeline that seems pretty obvious here, it looks like he paid maybe 1 month worth of payments and then skipped.
And by the way, the other thing is, because I have to protect her here, she already did her job. So yes, he already got his stuff, but she didn't get his the money that she's owed. And that's freaking scummy. Somebody did the job, you're gonna do your part and pay up. For fuck's sake. Like, is this really... Like, you can agree to anything you want. Not saying that it's like everyone's the same. You can be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna pay you $500 a month after you do the work, but pay it the fuck up. Just do it, for fuck's sake. Just do it, because why would you freaking shit on someone that actually does good work for you? I don't understand. I do
the
not
previous
get
3
it.
months, so February, March, and April. I would definitely be very concerned if I was Woofer, because how do you expect or trust that this guy's going to pay anything if he's already skipped 3 payments?
Yeah.
That's the issue here. He needs to pay the monthly payments. That's how he agreed to this.
And the other thing is, even if she sues him,
And of course she needs...
it's depending on where she lives, the suing him could be way more expensive than actually getting the money back. Way more. And the thing is, even if she's 100% right, 100%, the judge still can say, well, I mean, you could go in an agreement.
needs to go public with this stuff. He has blocked her on all forms of communication. How is she even going to reach out other than bringing this to the public's attention? Now, moving on, she says this too. He has prioritized purchasing a new 3D and gummy model instead of paying towards the owed model. He is also using the exact art from the 2D model design for his current 3D model and gummy model without asking or crediting me. So, and also she says some of these assets are literal copy-paste of my art from the original. Now, in case you're not familiar with, well, making VTuber models, but also just art in general, this is a huge no-no. You don't do this. You don't just take another artist's creation like a model and just add on to it or copy-paste it for your own 3D model creation. You need to ask for permission to do stuff like this. And not only does this make Shizzy look scummy, the artist who agreed to this is scummy as well. They should just know better at this point. You don't agree to do something like this when your client brings a former model with no permission and says, hey, basically just copy paste this or add on to it. It's a really scummy thing to do on both of their behalves, the artist and Shizzy as well. But she continues on with another section saying, mocks VTuber audience for shipping. Talks about shipping VTubers based on fan art or commissioned art. Saying you shouldn't force relationships based on a photo, Shizzy literally harassed myself and another VTuber because of a YCH promo I made for my community. I am single. As well as threatening the other VTuber's life because of an art piece a mutual friend of ours drew for us for Christmas. It's not sexual, it's not even hugging, just standing, by the way. Again, not dating anyone. He even went as far as to no longer hire the artist anymore, blocking and canceling work with them just because of the art piece. That is absolutely insane. Now, we've seen some of the money issues here with Shizzy and this artist, but now we're seeing a peek behind the curtain here, okay? We're seeing how the chocolate's made at the Willy Wonka factory. We're seeing truly how deranged this guy is. Because we've seen his public interactions. Clearly, he's a bit unhinged. But these private interactions we're going to see are way worse. It really shows this guy's true colors and how he really is as unhinged as he acts in his videos and on his streams. And down here you can see more of the controlling behavior where she says that between him befriending my friends and other streamers I'm close to in order to keep tabs on me or if it benefited him, was never interested in my friends prior to our breakup. So he's obviously looking pretty controlling based on what Woofer is saying. Now, going back to this artwork, that does apparently ended with actual death threats. What did this art look like to cause such a vicious response from this guy, who, by the way, was no longer dating this woofer individual at the time? This is the art. This is the art that this guy was freaking out about. Now, the good thing is we have receipts of his reaction on multiple platforms.
Okay.
Here are DMs where she's saying it's just art, like, relax. I can share this with my community. And Shizzy says, no, you effing idiot. You drew that stuff with romance. N-word holding a Spyro toy ain't wearing a Spyro onesie in y'all's hearts match. Those the only ones like that. Are you R-worded? Cause you acting like it. Remember in his video, he talked about ableism in the VTubing scene, and here he is using the R word. Very interesting, but...
Of course. Makes sense. No, it makes sense. I literally starting to see a pattern in every video. It's like most of the time, okay, this person actually like makes it so public and talks about certain things so many times, and then they do it.
She says, we had matching ones that I used as bases to sell to others. I do that every time I have a YCH. Get over it. And he says, whatever, shorty. Just like you said, I got to deal with you not changing those trash-ass onesies. You got to deal with me not wanting to see it. That's the middle ground. He is trying to police her behavior, even though they have no relationship other than a business relationship. And he's saying, you got to deal with my sensibilities. If I'm upset about your drawings or what you're sharing with your community, you're going to have to deal with me. I'm the middle ground, even though, again, they're not in a relationship at this time. And this would continue onto Twitch, where you can see these deleted messages by Woofy, where the god on his checkmarked account here saying, it's to the point where I want to...
I repeat, if you go in a relationship with someone that has the God in his fucking name, please think again. It's probably with a high probability not a very good idea to pursue this relationship. Please, for fuck's sake.
F that guy up, the other person that was in the art. And I feel bad for him. I am a effing demon where I'm from. N-words do not get away with stuff like this with me. If I get my hands on him, oh boy, I'm going to jail. Yo, let me slide out of here before I start wiling out, cause I want to put this N-word in the ground. This is over Safe for Work art. Featuring someone he's no longer in a romantic relationship with, by the way. This is the true Shizzy coming to light here. And it's not too surprising based on some of the things he's said and admitted to in his past. But anyways, let's move on to another section of this.
True, by the way, pretty violent guy. And it's not like, hey, he was in the past violent and he actually got better and actually understood that it's not the best thing to actually trying to cave in someone's head, because in the end of the day it doesn't do anyone any favors. Nah, he's still the same guy.
This thread here, this one's not as important as the other ones, but it gives kind of a deeper look into the kind of person that Shizzy is. So, talking about deep voice VTubers. Shizzy the God mocks the deep voice VTubers, but also says, if your natural voice is deep, then it's all good. Interesting, considering he harassed a deep-voiced VTuber by calling him a cancer patient or corpse wannabe multiple times. Shizzy also falsely accused him of having herpes, not true, and smoking packs of cigarettes.
Yes, sorry about the sound in the background if I clatter a bit. I'm eating. Yes, I'm actually made it in a way where if I want to do 2 videos a day and I want that, I actually have to fuse them with different things I'm doing. So there's that. Deal with it.
Also not true. In order to get his voice, he has. All of which was out of malice because the VTuber involved is close to me and would play games with me regularly. The bout of jealousy resulted in Shizzy talking poorly of other VTubers. Even if it's out of hurt, it doesn't make it right. So obviously...
Correctly. I agree with that one. That's a pretty clear statement, and yes, she's correct about that.
Obviously, a lot of jealousy fuels this, and again, controlling behavior over this girl, because it seems like anyone that she associates with becomes an enemy of Shizzy. Now, here is another part. I will provide a link to this thread in the description as well if you want to check it out, because there's a lot of messages here and I can't go over all.
I'm gonna be honest, like, Shizzy sounds like a Dark Viper guy that just thinks he's the best, does this and this, and just argues in ways where it's just like, it doesn't make any sense for the most part. And yes, because even a blind freaking chicken can find some corn, so yes, of course. But it's just like, it's the exactly same thinking patterns as I see it. It's just, what the fuck?
They're obviously tough to see here, but she also says this. On top of deleting every single Discord message ever sent to my main and most to the art account to hide all this toxic behavior, threats, and mental/emotional abuse, when he states that he stands on business and is not afraid of skeletons, I am tired. I am tired of reading about how he is a hero to the black community, and I'm tired of the black community being okay with someone being aggressive, rude, or hurtful just because they are telling, in quotes, the truth. And because he's an ex-battle rapper, this is VTubing. We aren't battle rapping. These anime waifu/husbandos aren't holding a match to him, nor are they trying to. And this is an example.
Yeah. And, okay.
Of some of the deleted messages, some of the ones she was able to capture before they were deleted. Here's just a small sample of it. Like I said, you can check out the thread for yourself. But here's some of the interaction saying, ETA, don't have your mom send me anything. Don't want her weird ass anywhere near my stuff. Well, when you get back from thoughtin' around, hit me up. You'll be receiving an email from PayPal in regards to a dispute for this since I haven't received the files. Have your mother send me the files ASAP while you out thoughtin' around so I can end the dispute. Only did it to protect myself because I don't trust you for stuff. Yeah, very unhinged behavior. Again, more controlling behavior and trying to...
I forgot my pattern. What did I want to say? Yeah, I agree basically with her, blah, 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 and this and this. Yeah, he's an asshole. That's fine.
Get a refund from PayPal for this entire thing. Meanwhile, he's causing all these issues along the way.
Yeah, and by the way, this doesn't make sense. Like, if you agree to pay on a certain bank, just do it for fuck's sake. Why are you so freaking toxic? This is incredible. It's just, I mean, no, I'm not surprised. I just wanted to say no, I'm surprised, but I'm actually not. This was something that from all the stuff I actually heard on YouTube, like, no, yeah, this is actually a logical step for someone like that.
But continuing on, what does Shizzy have to say about this thread? A lot of people are talking about it, and people who were supporting him are now finally starting to see that this guy is a massive hypocrite on everything he is trying to paint on the VTubing scene as problematic. Well,
finally!
Well, this is his response to everything. See, I was gonna leave Shorty alone, but now I gotta address my ex since she's latching onto this as a means of grabbing social media points. I ain't even...
Oh, correctly. But by the way, if you was a battle rapper... No, let me start differently. If you say as it is, that's one thing. But if you're toxic about it, that's a different thing. Because yes, you can actually say to someone that he did a mistake in a particularly harsh way, and it's fine. But then there is the toxic stuff where you just like press it in and just kick it in and always have a little jab in it. And let me say, it's the Dark Viper again. His fans actually try to communicate with me, hey, they don't see it. No, okay, this is freaking a lie. Let's just say the most reasonable. Try to say, I disagree with you, but you're also an a-hole. I disagree with you, but this. Oh, you're some dumb effing fuck of this. I disagree with you. Like, there are also, this is toxic behavior. This is extremely toxic, and it doesn't do any good, because even if you're correct, the person will be like, F you for that. F you. If you're harsh, I don't care. But if you're a toxic asshole about it, no, I won't freaking set up my community to you. Get the F out.
Even want to do this. Toxic relationships and shit. Streaming when I get home. Let's talk about everything. So, curious how this guy is talking about all these bad things in the VTubing scene, is confronted with evidence, not just claims, evidence of his own behavior, and immediately dismisses it as a grab for social media points.
Yeah.
And also this
whole
thing about him streaming when he gets home. It must be a pretty long drive home, because at this point, time of recording, a few hours before this goes live, it's been like 18 hours since he did this. So I don't know what he's doing, what he's stalling for. Maybe he's realizing he's a bit in over his head. But overall, I have never seen someone make such a splash on the VTubing scene and then get nuked into orbit like this guy. In 48 hours, this guy has speed ran his reputation in the VTubing scene. Why he wanted to be a part of the VTubing scene in the first place, who knows? But he comes in...
I have a fear that it's just cool right now. Could be. I am more or less forced into the VTubing scene, or more or less. Like, forced sounds bad because I don't want... No, I actually want it. I just want a very specific character for me, and that's why VTubing is just on spot. This is how I actually get my character as I want him, so... But for him, I just think it's just popular right now, or it's rising ever more, so I assume that.
Virtue signaling everyone, and it turns out he is basically projecting about everything. Everything he's accusing the VTubing scene of being, he has done one form or another himself. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video, for now at least.
Well,
the story...
But as it is, acolytes, I hope you had fun. I hope you agree, disagree, watch, like, you know the stuff, show me and have some love, and good night.